One morning, Gregor Samsa, a tired traveling salesman, wakes up in his bed and discovers he is a giant insect. No explanation, no warning, just a hard, rounded body with too many legs. It's absurd, but in Kafka's world, it's just how things are. No order, no justice. Gregor's grossed out, especially when he tries to scratch an itch and feels his creepy legs. His room looks normal, but he's trapped in his new body, cut off from everyone, his family, his co-workers, even himself. This is the Metamorphosis, a story about alienation where Gregor loses himself while his family finds new life at his expense. Even before he became a bug, Gregor was lonely. He hated his job, always traveling, dealing with a boss he couldn't stand. He had no real friends, even just evenings alone with newspapers or train schedules. His family, mom, dad, and sister, depended on his paycheck to survive and pay off his dad's debt. But he felt distant from them, especially his dad, who's so cold he doesn't even get a name in the story. Kafka's own rocky relationship with his father echoes here. Gregor's bug body just makes his isolation physical, like a symbol of the life he's been living. At first, Gregor tries to act normal. He's more worried about missing his train to work than being a bug. He's used to putting his family first, even if they don't really see him. When his mom knocks on his door, concerned, his voice comes out all wrong, bug-like. His family thinks he's sick and begs him to open the door, which he keeps locked out of habit. Then his boss shows up at the apartment, grumpy about Gregor's absence. Getting out of bed is a struggle with his clumsy body, but Gregor finally flops onto the floor and uses his mouth to unlock the door. When he opens it, everyone screams. His boss bolts, and his dad, waving a cane and a newspaper, forces Gregor back into his room. Gregor gets hurt squeezing through the doorway, and his dad slams the door. Exhausted, Gregor passes out. This is where Gregor's alienation deepens, but his family starts to change. Someone leaves milk and bread in his room, but Gregor, who used to love milk, can't stand it now. His sister Greta, the only other named character, notices and brings him rotting food scraps instead. He loves those. She starts a routine, feeding him, cleaning up while he hides under the couch. Scared his bug face will freak her out. Through the walls, Gregor hears his family worrying about money. Without his income, they are struggling. His mom wants to see him, but Greta and their dad say it's too risky. Gregor's stuck, listening to a world he's no longer part of. Gregor gets used to his bug body, even finding fun in climbing walls and ceilings. Greta sees this and, with their mom, starts moving furniture out of his room to give him space, but Gregor panics. He doesn't want to lose his human past. He clings to a picture on the wall of a woman in furs, a little piece of what he was. His mom sees him on the wall and faints. His dad, now working as a bank attendant and looking healthier, comes home and thinks Gregor attacked. He throws apples at Gregor and one lodges in his back, a wound that never heals. Gregor limps back to his room, hurting and more alone than ever. The family's transformation keeps going while Gregor fades. They start leaving his door open at night so he can watch them from the shadows. They are worn out, poor, and stressed, but they are adapting. Greta's care for Gregor turns cold. She is tired of him. They fire their maid and hire a cheap cleaning lady who's okay with Gregor's bug form and even talks to him sometimes. To make ends meet, they take in 3 boarders who like things neat. They shove extra furniture into Gregor's room, making it feel like a storage closet. Gregor stops liking Greta's food and barely eats, wasting away. The story's climax comes one night when the cleaning lady leaves Gregor's door open. Greta's playing the violin for the boarders, and the music pulls Gregor out of his room. He's desperate to feel human, to connect. But a boarder spots him and they lose it, threatening to leave without paying rent. Greta's had enough. She tells their parent this bug isn't Gregor anymore. They have to get rid of it. Gregor hears this and his alienation is complete. He's not their son or brother, he's a problem. Heartbroken, he crawls back to his room that night, accepting his a burden. Gregor dies. But Gregor's death flips everything. The family feels free, like a weight's been lifted. They kick out the boarders and plan to fire the cleaning lady who got rid of Gregor's body. They take a trolley ride into the sunny countryside, bright, open, the opposite of their cramped apartment. They talk about new jobs and moving to a smaller, cheaper place. Thanks to Gregor's absence, they have saved money and found hope. Greta especially shines. She's grown into a young woman, strong and beautiful. As she stretches her arm, her parents think about finding her a husband, while Gregor's life ended in tragedy. His family's been reborn. Alienation is a central theme in Franz Kafka's The Metamorphosis. From the very beginning, Gregor Samsa lives a life of isolation. As a traveling salesman, he is disconnected from society and has no real personal relationship. Even before his transformation into a giant insect, he feels more like a machine than a man, working tirelessly to pay off his family's debt. After his transformation, this sense of alienation becomes literal and extreme. He is no longer able to communicate with others, and his physical appearance causes fear and disgust. His family, instead of showing compassion, begins to shut him away. The father becomes hostile. The mother avoids him, and even his sister, who initially cares for him, eventually abandons him. Gregor also becomes alienated from himself. Though his mind remains human, his body betrays him. He loses the ability to express his thoughts and emotions, leading to a deep inner conflict. Kafka uses Gregor's experience to highlight the dehumanizing effects of modern life, especially under capitalism, where people are valued only for their productivity. Gregor's transformation exposes the fragile nature of identity and belonging in a world where love and acceptance are conditional.